Well, that brings me nicely to the third area that we want to talk about. We haven't got too much time, and we've spoken about it before, so we'll be a little bit briefer here, but that is Ukraine. And on this area, on this central topic so important to us here in Europe, I would say that the things you were saying that were considered very, very controversial 2 or 2.5 years ago are now said by all sorts of people in the mainstream every day. The quote-unquote realist view of the Ukraine conflict that you have been one of the most famous proponents of, critical of the actions of the West, feeling like missteps were made all along the way and that some kind of accommodation was going to need to be made with Russia. If you said that 2 years ago, you would have been branded a Putin apologist. It would have been considered outrageous. In fact, it happened to me. I said a milder version of that on a BBC television program, and suddenly I was, in the pay of Vladimir Putin. Whilst now I hear people all across the political spectrum, including both sides of the aisle in the US, saying things like negotiation is going to be necessary, peace will only come through diplomacy, Ukraine is never going to reconquer Crimea, all sorts of things that were considered taboo 2 years ago. Do you observe that? Do you feel like the world has caught up with you on Ukraine?
Somewhat.